Hello and welcome back to another Premier Draft Beer Services training video, where we bring out the best in beer. Today's video will be about FOB maintenance. Let's get started. FOB, which stands for foam on beer, is a foam detector that are commonly found in long draw systems to minimize beer waste when a keg empties. They are designed to detect when foam has entered the line and stop the flow of beer. Although there are several different styles of beer fobs, for today we will be working on one of the most common ones available. Information on other fob walkthroughs can be found on Premier Draft Beer Services Learning Channel. Begin by decoupling from the keg. You'll notice the fob mounted here has no plumbing for its vent assembly. If you are working on a fob with plumbing attached, go ahead and disconnect those lines so they empty into your bucket. Next, with the gas shut off, using your spanner wrench, loosen and detach the jumper line beer nut. Empty into your bucket. Now do the same with the long draw trunk line. Ensure the entire line is emptied into your bucket. If the fob you are working on happens to have barbs, remove those clamps. If it happens to be a John Guest compression valve, use the key set or flat edge to press and release the compression lock. Next, we'll remove the fob from its wall mount. Simply push up from the bottom and release it from the wall bracket. Always work over your bucket or a table to contain parts as you disassemble. Unscrew the vent assembly, exposing one spring and one silicone O-ring. Here is that O-ring. Unscrew the top chamber from the base and remove the black O-ring. Remove the cap with pliers. Push to release the snap lock like seen here. Now remove the cap from the float assembly. Look closely and notice all the heavy scale buildup. We cannot in good faith have beer pass through this fob in this condition. Never look the other way. If you see it, clean it. Here is more scaling. Begin to mix a 3% caustic solution in warm water. A greater strength may be needed. Place all the disassembled parts into the bucket to soak. With your scrubbing brush, begin to go over the entire fob assembly, scrubbing every part of the fob. Properly removing every black O-ring is important to ensure all surface areas are contacted. Clean the outside just like you would the inside. You may need to use a different brush or your hands to get into the tight areas. Look at all the scale buildup floating in this bucket. Buildup like this causes off flavors, which results in lost repeat sales. Here is the disassembled fob, clean as the day it was installed. Now begin to reassemble in the reverse order you disassembled. Reinstall all the O-rings. Now insert the float assembly up high enough so the snap lock can snap back into place. Reconnect the cap. Here is a close-up of the snap lock. Now screw together the top chamber and the base. Finish by reinstalling the vent assembly black O-ring first, ensuring that it is properly seated, followed by the spring, then screwing the vent assembly back in place. Now let's reinstall the fob. Slide the fob back onto the bracket and begin to reattach the trunk lines and beer lines. Don't forget your beer nut washer before reattaching. Tighten both of your nuts with your hands and a final tightening with your spanner wrench. Reconnect the keg and purge the fob, filling it completely. Inspect both of the beer nuts and turn the gas back on. Double check the vent assembly for any leaks. Finally, pull through beer and ensure proper operation. Thank you for watching this educational resource. For additional information, contact your territory supervisor.